Hey, Motorman here. And yeah, this is the first video since the hurricane hit. And we really got off very lucky. It just, we had 10 or 12 hours of winds of 60 miles an hour up to 110. It looked horrible. It lasted all night long. And we were really scared. But come morning, I walked around the house. We just had a few branches down, a couple of screens out, and that was it. And I want to thank everybody for your thoughts and prayers because I really believe that helped. Initially, the storm was headed right here to Hudson, but it went a little bit south and it actually landed in Sarasota. So we were on the worst side, the north side, because of the winds, but not nearly as much rain, though we did get about a foot of rain. No flooding here unless you lived along the coast. So thank you very much for those thoughts and prayers once again. And now let's move on. I'm going to show you my favorite exercise. It's the intersection. And I'm going to use some scenes from my Ride Like a Pro experience video. And the reason I'm showing you this particular exercise is because it's so versatile. If you're going to only set up one exercise, this is the one, the intersection. 24 feet wide by 36 feet long. If you go to a lined parking lot, use the lines of the parking lot. You could even start with 3 lines as 27 feet. You don't have to measure anything out if you're in a lined parking lot. And all you need actually is 12 cones. You could have this type right here or this type. It doesn't really matter, but 12 of them is all you need. They're very inexpensive, and it's a great way to practice, and you'll have a lot of fun and really learn to control your motorcycle. So watch this. So here's the intersection. Some people call it an iron cross. And notice the dotted lines. That's the path that the motorcycle takes. So you're making teardrop-shaped turns. Here's a drone shot of the intersection so you can clearly see it. This rider, by the way, is Victoria. She's 4'10", handling the bike like a toy. She's using the 3 techniques to the extreme: head and eyes, friction zone, a little bit of pressure on the rear brake, and nothing to it. Faster and further you turn your head, the easier this is going to be. Here's the intersection from ground level, and that's Marianne Hamilton. Tiny 120-pound girl. Handles the bike with the ease of a child's toy because she knows the techniques. This has nothing to do with size or strength or the weight of the motorcycle. If you know the 3 techniques and you practice them, you could handle any motorcycle like this. She's also demonstrating how versatile this exercise is because not only can you practice your quick transitions and U-turns, but you can also do circles inside here. Circles forces you to use your head and eyes. And here's my wife, Donna. She's going to demonstrate the figure 8 inside of just one of the legs of the intersection. And of course, you can do that figure 8 in all the legs. But the trick here is to turn your head and eyes as quickly as possible. There's an X on the ground in the middle of the intersection leg. And every time she passes it, she turns her head and eyes and tries to find it again. It actually looks pretty when you're doing it right. And here we're demonstrating the intersection so that all the U-turns are to the right. If you're having a problem with U-turns to the right, well, this is the way to do it because you're going to have 4 in a row to practice. And we're showing you in the entire Ride Like a Pro team going through at one time. But don't try this with a group of riders until everybody's at the same level. Remember, it's just 3 techniques: head and eyes, friction zone, little pressure on the rear brake. Look only where you want to put that front tire. The faster and further you turn your head and eyes, the easier this will be. It's not brain surgery, folks. It's just 3 techniques. And here we are at my training class, and that's my wife on the back. If you normally ride with 2 people on your motorcycle, you should be able to do all these exercises with ease with 2 people on the back of the motorcycle. In fact, I suggest you don't put somebody on the back until you've mastered all the exercises in my Ride Like a Pro experience video. It will save your life and hers. If you're having problems by yourself, it's not going to help to put somebody else on the back of the bike. It's just going to make it worse. Now here I'm showing you this in slow motion, a little classical music in the background. It just flows beautifully when you put all 3 techniques together. It actually looks like poetry in motion. Normally speed through here is right about 10 miles an hour. In slow motion, you can see exactly what the motorcycle is doing. I'm occasionally putting a little bit of pressure on the rear brake. And also, the passenger's weight doesn't matter. Here I've got a a gentleman on the back of the bike who weighs 250 pounds. Now, I'm about 190, so he weighs considerably more than I do, but it doesn't matter. The techniques still work exactly the same way. Harley-Davidson motorcycles are meant to handle this kind of weight. Most of the scenes from this video, from my Ride Like a Pro experience video, still just 20 bucks. That's right to your door. It is the exact order in which you need to learn these techniques and these exercises. Get yourself a copy. It will change your life and the best 20 bucks you'll ever spend on your motorcycle. Please subscribe, comment below, give me a thumbs up, and thanks for watching.